Good. There. Okay. Good. All right, we live everywhere, man. Let's get it going. Here we go, man. All right, here we go. Salute to Knicks Nation on this Monday evening. Another edition of KnicksFanTV's Bleacher Report simulcast. CP the franchise in the building. And today's guest, he's been a hip-hop industry lifer, man. Rose up through the ranks, every facet of the game, from blogger to intern to A&R, all the way up to the executive levels. You can pretty much catch him everywhere, man. AllHipHop.com, My Expert Opinion with Math Hoffa. Our guy, man, Mecca Rashawn, a.k.a. Mr. Mecca, in the building. And today's show, man, Knicks are in Sacramento. We're just going to wrap on these Knicks, man. Can they wrap that losing streak and not extend it to 4? We're going to talk more about life without Jalen Brunson. We're going to talk about Mecca's Knicks fan origin story and much, much more, man. So lock in. Hit the like button, hit the share button, and subscribe to the channel, man. We are live everywhere. Facebook, YouTube, Instagram, Twitter, X, and Bleacher Report, man. Let's go. All right, man. Mecca, how you feeling, man? Welcome to the show, man.
Bro, I am honored to be here. Honored to be here. That's number one. Honored to be here.
It's been a long time coming, man. It's an honor to have you on, man. I've been watching you all over the place, like I said, from My Expert Opinion to your own content that you've been putting out on Instagram, YouTube, and the like. So it's definitely an honor to have you on here, man.
Man, I've been watching you. Like, it's thank God we finally got, like, you know, native New Yorkers and real from the soil Knicks fans talking about our team versus hearing from outside perspectives. I'm cool with that, but like, I love it when it's authentic. So, bro, I'm super happy to be here.
100%, man. So, what's your temperature right now with the team? Because, obviously when we hear from the fans on a daily basis here on the platform, to me, it's a little bit of mixed. I hear some on the more optimistic side, but then there's some like, man, it's, the Jalen thing, the elite team thing. They 40-23, man. So where are you at right now?
Can we please keep in mind that this is year one? It's year one. We just got Cat, bro. Like, he just got here. Mikal Bridges just got here. The team is just starting to gel, and they're gelling on the fly. This is all like learning. I tell every New Yorker I know, every Knicks fan I know, especially the native New Yorkers who chirp or are quick to beef, what I remind them of is the reason why you guys are so angry is because the Yankees have spoiled us. We're so used to seeing a championship like all the time. You forget there are franchises in the NBA that have never seen a chip, never sniffed a chip. They've never gotten closer. We got 2. And I know that sounds like light, but we got 2 in a world where people don't see them at all. You gotta relax. Like, you gotta enjoy the journey a little bit. Now, trust me, I have a heart attack every time we blow a lead. I have a heart attack every time somebody goes down with an injury. I'm still reliving, Patrick Ewing finger rolling instead of dunking it. Like,
we got PTSD as a fan base. We sure do.
Yeah. And we've earned it. We've earned it. The boys make it exciting. They don't make it easy to be a fan. However, what's the alternative? Who you rooting for? Where you going?
That's true.
Seriously, like what's the alternative? What are we doing?
Hey,
if it's not them, what are you doing?
I've been telling people, man, hey, if you want to get traded to Detroit, you want to force a trade, go ahead, man. We'll be here. We all 82 over here. You know what I'm saying?
Good evening. Yo, more room. And states, once you go there, stay there. I set trip. I started, since we talking origin, I started when we were beefing, with Chicago. That's when I came off the porch, when we were trying to get past Jordan and company, and I realized we were playing one of the greatest players to ever play. Okay, cool, no problem. But I remember walking around New York seeing people wearing Chicago Bulls jerseys and hats.
Yeah. Everybody had somebody in their family that was a bandwagon, latest winning team.
What are y'all doing? All I can think is, do you know that in Chicago they're making fun of you? They're clowning you in Chicago. You're not from there. You're from here. They're making fun of you. You're a joke. So I'm going to clown you here.
Yeah.
You bozo. Like, wear the nose to go with that red outfit.
Yeah.
I couldn't stand it.
Everybody had somebody in their family that they was a Bulls fan. You know, later on when it was the Golden State, the younger generation, the Golden State fan. You got the Miami Heat fans of previous generations. So
LeBron fans.
Oh, the LeBron fan, the Laker fans. You know,
Kobe
the New Yorkers.
fans.
That's the Laker fans. You know the old head New Yorkers. Oh, I rock with the Lakers. You know, it's.
Then go ahead, man. Just move. Just move. We got real estate issues out here anyway. You'll drop the rent prices if you skedaddle. Just go ahead. Just go.
100%, man. But it's so interesting the time that we are in now, because in this is the 5th year of the Leon and Tibbs era, and those previous 4 years, you know, Michael Vaccaro of the New York Post wrote an article on it, and it was so true that those previous 4 years, it was kind of like the climb up phase where they were ascending, they were underachieving to a certain extent, especially in that 1920 year the COVID year when they made the playoffs, first time in 8 years. So we were on that excitement, like, yo, this is new. This is like different. We weren't expecting this. Oh my God, like we can't lose right now. Even when they lose, they still had a successful season. So now at 40-23, fans are kind of, oh man, like I don't think we're gonna make it. We this is not it. We need a new coach and we need new players, and everybody's scrambling now. And so it's so interesting how things flip from the previous 4 years.
Because you watch some of those games, I think nothing shakes up the fan base more than watching us lose a game that people feel like we shouldn't have lost. You know, when there was a real chance, like the Lakers game, the Golden State.
Yeah.
I'm gonna keep it a buck with you. When Cleveland started killing us, I didn't see that coming. When we played that first game against them, I didn't see that loss coming. But look at them, dude. Like they're monsters right now. So
they're
we took an
well-oiled
L.
machine, man. Well-oiled machine.
Yeah,
bro.
I mean, I feel less bad about that L, because now the measuring stick is clear. It's the elite teams. There's 3 of them. There's the Celtics, there's Cleveland, and then there's these dudes.
OKC.
You know what I'm talking about. OKC.
Yeah.
Okay, so now we got the goalpost. You think what I'm saying? Like, beating these teams is now the objective, and we have to figure that out. When we take an L to any other team, it's kind of like y'all shouldn't have lost that game.
Yeah.
This is not a game we should have lost. We shouldn't have lost that. The Lakers, we shouldn't have lost that game. And that's how you feel. That shakes up the fan base more than anything else. But like, please keep in mind, and I have my own critiques on the team. I have my critiques. I don't think we're perfect. But I keep in mind that we're really we treat it like we're in year 5 or year 4 and we still making the same mistakes. People, we just got here.
Yeah.
The team just got good like the year before this, and then we just got cat. Like, you gotta relax.
Yeah.
We'll get it. We'll figure it out. But Cleveland didn't become Cleveland. We were killing Cleveland. And now all of a sudden they're world beaters. Like, you gotta come on now.
Gotta let him marinate, man.
Let Bridges get where he needs to go. I'm high on Bridges. I understand he's not been playing good. I understand that all players go through a time when they're not playing good. It's everybody. That's Kobe didn't play. LeBron didn't play. Steph didn't. James Harden. Everybody has times where they don't play good. You gotta just relax.
Give him a little grace.
Relax.
Give him a little grace.
Because the alternative ain't good. It's going someplace else.
I certainly hear that, man. Salute to everybody in the chat once again. Hit the like button, hit the share button, subscribe to the channel. Salute to our franchise channel members on the YouTube, man. You're getting a lot of shout outs in here. Let's see. Daniel Bosajor says, man, that sure is Mecca. That the guy right there. So shout out to Daniel, man.
Yo, one time for Daniel.
Never forgive action says, oh ish, Mecca in the building. So salute, man. Salute. Who else?
I'm hoping to make this a fairly regular thing. Y'all, for the people in the chat, please understand, I am a real New York Knicks fan, and as such, I am a real fan of this man right here doing his thing. Man. This guy speaks for me on the Knicks front. I don't see takes from him that I'm not like, yes, finally, somebody said it, yes. Say it again, say it louder. Let me give you a bullhorn. You want some iced tea? Like, I'm that guy for this guy. Like, so
definitely
please, if I can make this a regular thing, y'all are going to see me way more often.
Shout out to Wesley Robinson. He says, I'm checking in from Strong Island, New York, home of Rakim, EPMD, Public Enemy, Rock Marciano. He says, salute to CP and Mecca from the Math Hoffa podcast. So salute to Wesley Robinson on the check-in. Knicks at Sacramento tonight, 0-2 so far on the West Coast. What do you want to see from this Brunson-less Knicks team to kind of hold down the fort before he gets back, man? What are you looking at?
I'd like to, if I'm being honest, I think there's two ways you can go. You can ask the team to like really knuckle down and get it done. Maybe we put pressure at the 4. You know what I'm saying? Add to the defense. Try spice. But really, if I'm being honest, I would like to see Tibbs give the bench some burn, like kind of we could toss the road trip, like, never mind the record on the road, forget that. Mm-hmm. How about now we use this opportunity to stretch the legs of some of the dudes on the bench and get them further acclimated? Why don't we see what Dadier can do? Why don't we, let
Kolek is on the way. Hopefully playing tonight. Hopefully he's playing tonight.
Tyler, if we get Tyler the Creator back in here, like I'm here for that. Like, why don't we just, it's not that serious. We got a good, we're not gonna fall off the face of the earth if the rest of the road trip don't go the way we need it to go. But I would like to see Tibbs give the bench some burn in situations like this where we really just need to recover. We need to, pull it together. Go ahead, sit the starters for, let them do their thing, but let's get the bench in here. Like, now's the opportunity, I think, to I'm not interested in treating a West Coast spin like it's the playoffs. I'm not. I'm way more concerned about the bigger picture. The bigger picture is what we doing in the spring, what we doing when it's playoff time. I'd like to see the bench start getting burned in times like this. I think this is a good opportunity to do it.
Yeah, I agree. I'm ready to see the pain experiment start to throttle down. Get Tyler. Now Cam is a flip of a coin. Like, tonight, he might go out there and give you 15 points off the bench. You just don't know. The next night, he just might be chucking from 30 feet, and we don't need that. You know what I'm saying? But at least with Tyler, he's more diligent in terms of running the offense. He'll get other guys involved. You might get a little pick and roll, a little bit more pick and roll action with Mitchell Robinson, who's been a good screener, right? And then from there, once you establish that vertical space, and then boom, you might have Deuce on the wing. Maybe Shaman can hit a 3 or 2, or hopefully it's a Dadier. But I want to see Kolek start to get those minutes and generate some better offense with that bench. Right now, he's going with Deuce at the point. I don't really like that either, man. I don't. You let me know what you think, man. I don't like Deuce at the point, man.
Deuce operates more like a 2. It's in the name, bro. He operates like a 2. Right. I think we should treat him like it. Your name is Deuce, bro. Right. Let this man be a 2 guard and stop. Like, I feel the same way about Press. Like, I hate seeing Precious at the 5 unless we going small. I hate seeing Precious. Leave him put him at the 4. Let the man do his thing at the 4. Let Deuce cook at the 2. Tyler's right there. And we got to start developing this dude, because what he does when he's in the G League, that can translate as he gets acclimated and plays with these guys more. Again, the whole bench, I think the entire bench needs more burn. I think Shamet will catch on if he's comfortable. When people get acclimated in their roles, everything turns up. When somebody's comfortable knowing, okay, about to come on. Okay, here we go. And then they out there and they doing anything, as opposed to about to come on. And it's the 4th quarter and I'm going in for garbage, and nothing matters anymore. Okay, that's different. You got to, I think you let these dudes cook. Like, forget trying to win the West Coast swing. Let's start warming these dudes up. We got to sit our starters down a little more. One of my critiques of Tibbs is, you're doing too much. We got a bench that's going underdeveloped.
Yeah. And especially at this time of year, the good thing is that you just had Milwaukee lose to Cleveland last night. The Knicks are now 4 games up on the Bucks, holding down that 3rd seed. No guarantees, but they have a bit of a cushion here, at least until Brunson comes back. So, you have Hart with a chronic knee condition. He looks like he's slowing down, even though he got 20 boards. He played 46 minutes, right? You got Cat.
Right.
His knees is starting to bark up on him. He's not moving as well. OG still got the foot thing. So I just think it would be smarter to get the bench in there at this point in the season. It's a grind. You know, look, every team is hurt. They're banged up. But we should be using this opportunity to get more of these guys involved, especially when the bench has been up and down. Like I said, with Shamet and Payne, one night they might be all right. Next night, you're getting absolutely nothing from them. That's why this bench has been so weak this year. So let's see, man. But I'm hoping to see something out of Kolek. How about OG, man? I feel like OG's been playing very well. Defensively, I thought he did a good job on Luka. To a certain extent, James Harden on this West Coast trip. He's going to be key, too, for them to be able to, number one, knock down threes at an efficient clip and then also defend the best players. So tonight you might see him on Levine or DeRozan. Most likely DeRozan. But I think it's going to be interesting. It's going to be an interesting matchup tonight.
I kind of like, if I'm being honest, I like him on Levine. And I think Bridges' length disrupts DeRozan more than OG's upfront presence. Them long ass arms that Mikal got tends to disrupt shorter shooters, not short shooters, but shorter shooters. He's got them long ass arms, so I like him guarding DeRozan a little bit more. And you haven't said anything I disagree with. For me, OG is like our version of Kawhi Leonard. When he's healthy and he's really getting it popping, he's getting it popping. But we cannot keep running our starters into the floor like this. That's my only real issue. Let them warm up, like you just said. We've got to string a plethora of injuries to all of our best guys, and we've got an underdeveloped bench. My only critique of Tibbs is that he's not getting at the bench the way I would like to. When the bench is being outscored like 24-4.
Yeah.
Bro, four.
Yep.
2 shots, like 4 free throws, 24-4. Bro, we have a problem. That's where the issue is. The starters do their thing and hold it down. When it's time for the bench to give us a spark, we don't have that.
They don't have it.
We got to fix that, and that's purely a coaching thing. That's strictly the coaches. That's not the players. That's the coaches. Too many injuries to the starting 5. That's the coaches. You're running them into the floor. We can all see it. We're not saying anything where we're reinventing the wheel here. Everybody can see this. Every analyst who's watching the game can see when we lead the league in minutes. Hart, Bridges, and we lead the league in minutes played. Bro, come on. What are we doing? It's times like this, I start looking like when Ime Udoka was on the market, I was like,
yeah. See what he got. See how he got the young Rockets looking right now. Got him.
You imagine him with us?
Yeah, he'd be a good fit. He would be a good fit for us.
I'm saying.
Yeah,
I'm saying.
Who knows? That could be a Dolan move after this, man. Who knows? Like, you know what I mean? All it takes is a couple extra ducats. Dolan got it.
And Leon Rose, we trust, bro. That man has not disappointed me with anything he's done with this team. I'm taking off my hat, this hat right here. I take this hat off to Leon Rose, and just everything he's been able to do. I'm complaining. Remember what we were before he showed up and started making the moves that just made sense to everyone watching? That makes sense. Oh, we're not going to get a player past his prime again? Okay, great. That makes sense. Oh, we're not going to get a guy in his last year? That makes sense. Oh, we're not paying the farm for a dude who just... That makes sense. I'm not beefing about nothing I'm seeing. And that's me being honest. I got nitpicks and critiques, but I'm happy as hell being a Knicks fan right now. We outside. Like, we really getting it popping.
Yeah. Well, speaking of players past their prime, now this is the 15th spot, so I don't expect him to play. But according to Stephen Bondi of the New York Post, he's talking about P.J. Tucker. He says P.J. Tucker, who they just signed to a 10-day contract, he said he had his first shoot-around with the Knicks, and assuming everything goes according to plan, he expects to be around longer than its 10-day contract. Contracts work out that the Knicks will stay under the second apron with 2 10-day contracts before a standard one. So, and then he says, according to P.J. Tucker, Knicks were always his first choice, and he was waiting for the opportunity to sign. Most likely they were his only choice because he's over 40 He's certainly not the guy. But my question to you is, were you surprised that they went that route over a Moses Brown, the big man who's kind of been killing in the G League, in and out of the G League? You had TJ Warren, who's been getting buckets in the G League, or even like a Chumo Keke, younger, wing, tough, can play some defense. What you think about it? Did you make anything of the PJ signing?
I think any team that goes for championship contention needs a veteran. You need a vet. Now, the fact is, getting PJ didn't toss any of those other guys out the window, right? I thought Moses and Warren were on the way up. For me, it was like, no, okay. But you go get a veteran presence who maybe can add something to the locker room, who, he's not what he used to be. But them corner threes, I still think he's good for a few points off the bench. I think his defensive presence is still there. People aren't exactly blowing by him. You know what I mean? Like that's not happening. And he's a bully. And we don't really have one of those.
Yeah, they're kind of soft right now. They're all kind of soft right now.
OG is getting somebody's face, but he barely speaks when it's interview time, let alone like when it's time to argue. Josh Hart definitely will say something, but he's not that type anyway. I like aggression on a New York team, and I think Cat needs to learn from someone how to toughen up. I think there's something here for Cat to benefit from a dude who can tell you, nah, don't do it like that. Do it like this. Nah, yo, screw that dude. Like, what you doing?
Yeah.
Hey, get up. Remember that story about Kanye getting caught in the diner with his chain tucked in and dudes were setting up to rob him and Beanie Siegel showed up? This feels like Beanie Siegel. Yo, take your chain out. Finish your food. Where you going? Sit down. Finish your food. You ain't going, these dudes ain't going to do nothing. Why is your chain in your shirt? Take your chain out your shirt. Sit down. Enjoy the rest of your food. We're going to leave when we get done. I feel like PJ Tucker can be that for what we're trying to bring aboard. So I'm with it. We'll see. Again, Leon Rose. Even if it's not my first thought and it's not my first choice, that man gets the benefit of the doubt until he don't.
That's fair. I'm with you 100% on that. I'm with you 100% on that. Shout out to Ron Hansley Jr., man. $20 super chat says, hit the like and smack the sub. Say word Mecca on KFTV. He said, we're going to need CP on my expert opinion with Mecca Math Hoffa ASAP. Laughing emojis.
You can't threaten me with a good time, Playboy. That's not how that works. But math just became a Knicks fan.
I was just going to ask you that. I get bandwagon vibes from Matt. I saw him at the game we were passing one time. This is last year. I get bandwagon Knicks fan vibes from Math Hoffa. Is this correct?
I told him to his face, he is a bandwagon Knicks fan. Like, okay, listen. I understand if the Knicks look sexy now. I get it. I understand. I'm not mad. However, let's not talk like all of your joints don't have Brooklyn Nets gear. You Brooklyn this, Brooklyn that. I'm not even mad, of course.
Yes.
Brooklyn, represent, do your numbers.
Yeah.
But when you talk crazy about the Knicks when they losing, and now you want to pull up now that they winning, I understand, but I gotta call it like I see it. That's bandwagon vibes, bro.
100%.
You're not impressing me because you went into the Garden and brought a Brunson jersey. Yeah. That'll make you a fan.
We don't believe you, man. We don't believe you, man.
Any tourist can go. Tourist from wherever, however, the middle of Siberia can walk into the Garden and buy a jersey. That don't make you a fan.
Yeah.
Makes you a tourist.
Math Hoffa getting that smoke on here. Shout out to Mech for keeping it 1,000. I knew it. I was like, I saw him that one time. I was like, he's got bandwagon written all over him, man. I think we had won the game. Like, there was Let's Go Knicks chants going on in the escalator. And I looked over at Math, and he kind of had like a straight face on. Like, he was kind of just neutral, like, whatever. I was like, damn, Math not even like happy right now. He's not even celebrating with us.
Because if we start losing, he'll be back to popping off about the team again.
Yeah. You know he's one of those guys.
Yes.
Yeah, he's one of those guys.
He was a Brooklyn Nets fan because he's from Brooklyn and he's a fan of Brooklyn. Now, all he could do was talk crazy about the Knicks and we were losers and this, that, and the third. Okay, cool. I remember. Stay over there. That's all I ask. Ja Morant voice. Stay on that
there.
side.
Stay
you
over
switched
there.
up. Stay over there. Our bandwagon is full.
How?
And I think now that we up, our bandwagon should come with a guest list.
Yeah. We got to check names at the door, man. Old school New York style. We got to check names at the door. You know?
Quiet.
You guys had I really enjoyed the Derrick Rose interview. I watch all your joints. I really enjoyed the Derrick Rose interview on my expert opinion. What was that interview like for you? Yeah, I mean, you've interviewed trillions of people, but what was that one like? What was your memory of that one?
That was special. That was special because he came to us in a very specific, pivotal time in his life, in his development, in his career. Like, it's not often we get people. A lot of times the interviews we do with people, they're in the middle of it. You know what I mean? They're in the forest. They're in the thick. They're in the eye of the storm, and they're right there in the middle. And we catch people navigating, how their careers are. It's very rare that we can catch somebody still active, but on the tail end. You dig what I mean?
Yeah,
Music doesn't really have a tail end. It's kind of like you're in it till you're out of it, and then once you're out of it, but you're in it till it's done.
Yeah.
Athletes, we can kind of see the timeline. You can literally see like when the sundown. You can see when the sun's going down.
Yeah.
And those athletes at those times in their lives, they get reflective. They start looking back. The money they spent, the teams they were on, the friends they had, the friends they lost, the women, the bottles, the clubs, the team, the franchises, et cetera, et cetera. And you get somebody who's now reflecting back, starting from the beginning of his career to where he was at present time. Those are rare moments. So I was super honored to have Derrick Rose in the chair. I still think he should have retired in Knicks. If I'm keeping it a buck, I wish he would have retired in Knicks. I would have loved to see him helping a couple of the guys out with what he knew and what he was able to do. Athletic freak of nature, in his prime. Injury sidelined him. With the coach that we have right now, that irony doesn't escape me, but definitely a dope interview. Good dude, and hearing his take on his journey, I was happy to be there. I was glad that one happened. Shout out to Derrick Rose.
Shout out to D Rose, indeed, man. Who was your favorite Knick of all time, man?
Sheesh. That's like asking me who my favorite kid was. Because there's errors. You know what I mean? There's errors. Like, okay, John Starks is an easy answer. But then Latrell Sprewell, the way he gave it up. But then Amari Stoudemire, when a lot of people were scared to come play for New York, he kind of popped the cap and came here.
That's true.
And made us sexy again. And granted, we didn't catch Stat in his prime. We got him at the tail end of his prime. But he came here and gave it up. Like, he really did his thing. Melo.
That's my guy. Melo's my
Crawford. Guy. Jamal Crawford.
Yeah. He's calling the game tonight, too. He's calling the game tonight with Mike Breen on MSG.
My guy, Jamal Crawford, talk about a vet I wish we could have brought back, like who still seemed good to get you something off the bench.
Yeah.
Like, bro, I don't know if I have a favorite, Nick. I'm gonna keep it all the way 100 with you. I don't know if I have one guy who I'm like that guy. Like, I like the way so many of them played for so many different eras that I've been able to be a fan of this franchise, which is my whole life. I've never rooted for another team.
Yeah.
Bernard King, when you go watching his highlights, that man was stupid. Stupid, the stuff he was able to do. I don't have a favorite.
Yeah, that's fair.
I ain't got a favorite.
That's fair. You're a Knicks fan, man. Fan of the team.
I am a fan of the team. When you wear the colors, you belong to us. Once you take the colors off, I wish you the best, but I'm team first, so I don't really have a favorite.
Salute, man. So to everybody in the chat, once again, TP the franchise, Mecca Rashawn, a.k.a. Mr. Mecca in the building. Hit the like button, hit the share button, subscribe to the channel, man. We talking Knicks. JP in the YouTube chat. Oh, snap, Mecca. So people's loving you here, man. You getting a lot of love in here. So
Happy to be here.
Yeah, absolutely. So to the franchise channel members, P. McG, JJ, I see you. What's good? Jamaica Queens 22, always in here.
Woo!
John Talenta.
Jamaica Queens. Queens get the money.
Queens get the
right
money.
Here. I'm with you.
Let's go. TM in here. Salute to Zach. So all of our left coast Knicks family, man. Everybody out there in Cali. Ron Hansley in here, heavy, man. Flizzy Flex, of course. Salute to everybody, man. On the Facebook side, I see Jesus Perez, salute. And Miguel Angel Figueroa, salute to you guys on the Facebook side, holding down the chat. So when we talk about your career, man, like I said, you've been an industry lifer, man. All the way up, rose up the ranks, man. Intern at the Source, all the way through. What would you say what's the highlight of your journey so far? Because you're still on the journey. What's it been so far? Like, when you look at that one thing, like, what is that thing that you're most proud of in this industry?
I think this is like picking a favorite Knicks.
I know, man. I know, because you've done so much, man. You've done so much, but I had to ask.
But I don't feel like I've done enough.
Okay.
I don't feel like I've done enough. How about that? I don't feel like I've done enough. I feel I'm grateful. I am grateful. I've had many rare moments. I've been face to face with Eminem and told him about a fake diss that came out from Britney Spears, and it wasn't really her. Yeah. I've interviewed Nas in the top floor of his restaurant when it was just me, him, and Gabe from Def Jam, and I've been able to ask him all kinds of wild questions. I've flown to Hawaii to interview Busta Rhymes and ended up building a friendship with him that led to me now A&R in his albums. Joe Budden when he had hair and just like a shaved beard.
Yeah.
It's been Slaughterhouse being part of that creation. I'm not content. I'm grateful for it all. I'm grateful for every step, every shout out, every up, every down, every insult, every conflict I've ever had with a rapper who didn't agree with the rating that they got, every beef I've ever had with a writer who didn't like the assignment that they got. I'm grateful for it all across the board. But when you ask, I'd be lying if I told you I was content and satisfied. I'm not.
Yeah, that's fair.
I'm really not.
That's fair. What was, in terms of, when you're talking about your rating, you're talking about the Source with the 5 mics? Who was the artist, if you want to share, who was the artist that you felt like you had the most friction with, who had an issue with how you rated their album? Which album was it?
Oh, can I talk about that? Nah, I probably shouldn't.
Okay. All right.
I probably shouldn't. Okay. Well, okay, I will tell you.
Yeah.
I will tell you, I won't say who I had conflicts with because it was more than one. It was more than one. There were a lot of people who weren't satisfied with their rating, and it was my job to stand by the writer's assessment. I could throw the writer under the bus, but I'm the editor. I assigned this to him, so this is my job. It's not for me to throw him to you. You can talk to me about it. And I've had back and forth with plenty of people. It's always ended respectful, which is why I'm not bringing it up now. It's never been a kind of thing where it's like, yo, when I see you, what's on site. Nah, none of that. Like, they're artists, bro. They're artists. I'm a creative. They're creatives. Everybody's sensitive about their ish. Shout out to Erykah Badu. So I don't blame them. But on a highlight, just to go in the opposite direction, I got a shout out from Prodigy once before he passed away, because I did the rest in peace to Prodigy, because I did an interview with him right before he went to jail called The 25th Hour. I got
this was before or after Albert Anastasia. Which one? What point was that?
It was before. I believe him going to prison was before Albert Anastasia. Because when he came home, he was just on a tear.
Right.
I gave J. Cole his first solo cover, and look what he turned into. You know what I mean? There's this picture that resurfaces like 4 times a year of him at the Dave Chappelle block party, watching it. And off to his right, I'm standing there with my boys watching the exact same thing. And how would we know that we'd be in this vicinity? And then later on, I'd be interviewing him for the cover, and he'd turn into, one of the big three.
Mm-hmm.
So my highlights outshine my conflicts and my beefs. But the beefs I have had, they've gotten physical. Some of them, people have come up to the source like really talking. They expect to run into some nerdy dude who they can just push around. And I'm not a tough guy, but I'm not built that way. I'm not that guy to do that thing too. Like I'm from South Jamaica, Queens.
That's
bro.
right.
Like,
That's right. That's right.
They only build those guys a certain way. So,
That is true. That is true, man. Zach in the chat says, franchise channel member says, any Wu-Tang memories? Any favorite Wu-Tang memories?
Oh man. With Busta, we went to a memorial for ODB that was held in Brooklyn at this YMCA in Brooklyn, and the RZA showed up to speak on it. And it was nuts. Every Method Man interview I've ever had was super dope. Raekwon to hear, I think it was Immobilarity or Built for Cuban Links 2, went to a listening session for that, and watching him lean on the speaker and just like get so into it. And then I flash back. Now this is gonna be for the real ones. Wu-Tang had just come out. I was working in Brooklyn at a catering hall called the Showboat, I believe it was. And Wu did a show at the Showboat, and Old Dirty had a boot on his foot, or like a cast. He was not on, and we're at the bar, and I'm getting the cranberry juice because I'm working, and he's ordering whatever he's ordering. And I knew the bartender because I worked there. And I'm telling the bartender, like, do you know who this is? Do you know who this guy is you're serving? Like, this is ODB.
Yeah.
And O just go, I was like, oh, do you believe this guy doesn't know who you are? I was a kid. I was just like rambling off. Do you believe this guy doesn't know who you are?
Yeah.
Without even looking at me, he just goes, I can dig it. I can dig it. And just takes a sip. I can dig it. And then just kind of puts the drink down and walks away. Goes back on stage, tears it down. A fight breaks out. Everybody had to scramble to get out of there. Had to unlock the door to let people out the back. Like, it was pandemonium. But like, again, grateful for those moments where I can say I was there. I saw this happen, and no one can ever take that away from me. I remember when Old Dirty Bastard leaned over to get a drink at the bar, and I was right there, and he just told the dude, I can dig it on some 70s shit. And I spazzed. Like, I have the cassette tape of Protect Your Neck. Like,
for sure.
Yeah, my Wu moments go back. Watching I don't want to let the cat out the bag, but Busta has some joints with the Wu. Many members, and I remember being there watching a couple of them. I remember the Jizza pulling up to record his verse, and I remember Deck pulled up and recorded, and watching a master at work, it hits different.
Wow.
It hits different. I think my best memory is probably interviewing Method Man and being able to give him his flowers and telling him, at 50, we don't have a lot of examples of what hip hop life is supposed to look like after 30.
Sure.
So for you to be blazing new trail, he's not the only one, but he was the one I was able to speak to right then on the spot. To be able to just let him know, like, bro, keep going, keep making this look good. Show us what we can look like as time goes on in hip hop. Like, please don't stop.
Yeah,
we need this.
How about Busta, man? You A&R on his new project. You guys have been friends for a while, but he's another one that, continues to keep going. What do you think has been the key to his longevity at this point?
He's competitive. He's competitive. He's the most, and it's the basis of our friendship. And I don't care how many times anyone asks me this question, the answer is not going to change. He is the most competitive dude I've ever met in my life. He's got the money. He's got the acclaim. He's gotten the awards. I've seen major celebrities fan out when he comes around. What drives him at this stage of the game with his children and his companies and all his investments, all he cares about music-wise is who's the best. Who's better? Who's the best? Show me who your favorite is. Our story starts, one of our origin stories starts. He was at Rip the Runway. It's this thing that BET used to do, fashion thing.
Yep.
Him and Spliff. You remember that?
Yep.
I'm backstage, and he comes back there. They've done like 2-3 takes, wardrobe changes, the whole thing. At the time, I'm listening to Royce the 5'9". Shout out to Royce, who is a microphone bully, just a beast.
Sure, absolutely.
I'm listening to the bar exam, and I'm making the face. You know,
yeah,
I'm
yeah.
making the face. Bus had like 2-3 people told somebody to tap me. I get the tap. I take the headphones off. Who you listening to? Who that? Who that? Oh, it's Royce the 5'9". A word? That Eminem's man, right? Yeah. It's just crazy. Oh, it's wild. It's wild. It's dope. Yeah, he's bodying this. Okay. Oh, and he acted like I kicked his cat or like I insulted him or something. He made this face like I insulted him.
Yeah.
Later on that night, it's somewhere around like 11 o'clock. The day's been done. And he had worked all day. All the after party stuff is over. I get a call on my phone. It's him. Yo, you got Royce's number? Yeah, I got his number. Call him right now. Get the guard on the phone. Call him right now. He talk to the guard. Call him right now. I want to talk to him now. Okay, chill out. Call him. Royce, what up? Hey, what's going on, man? I got Bust on it. Before I can even say I got Royce 5'9", Busta Rhymes. We need to talk, God. We need to break bread with God. We need to get on the track together, my God. We do this right now for the people. You the major mark, homie. Your man is listening to your shit in my session. We need to talk. Next thing I know,
collab
on the track together. Same thing happened with Kendrick Lamar, Section 80.
Yeah.
Section 80.
Yeah.
I'm having a
favorite
field
project.
Day. Again, Bus sees me with headphones on. Who that? Kendrick Lamar. Oh, Dr. Dre's man, right? Yeah. Okay. At that time, I had Kendrick's number. He gets me on it. I interviewed Kendrick early on. I get Kendrick on the phone. Exact same scenario, exact same situation. Next thing I know, the Rigor Mortis remix comes out with Busta Rhymes and Kendrick Lamar. Why does that happen? Because Bus wants to be on the wave or because he wants to be in the forefront? No. Because he wants to make money? No. It's because he's competitive. Because he sees the music editor of The Source making faces to somebody else's music. And for his mind, the way his brain works, that's the guy to go get. That's the target. If he's impressing this dude, then that's the dude that I need to go get. And okay, let's
get to it.
Come on, come get it. Let's see what you're made of.
Yeah,
and that's his entire at this stage. Dragon Season, the album that we just released, the last two projects. Dragon Season, The Awakening, Dragon Season, Equinox. There's going to be 2 more because there's a full album cut up into 4s. The concept of this album, I co-executive produced it. I A&R'd the whole thing. My entire concept was, let's go get the people that you've inspired. Let's go get the youth that you've inspired. Let's tap into that competitive instinct and let's go get some of the best spitters out here. And let's rhyme with them. Let's make a point to rhyme with some of the best. Coast Contra, Killer Mike, Toby Negwiwe. I probably butchered his last name. I'm sorry, Toby. Simba. Like, we went and got the top spitters. And we didn't get them all. But we went and got like some of the best dudes that we could find. Russell, LaRuss. Like, we went and got top-notch spitters. All people I felt were cut from his cloth. All people I felt that he had directly or indirectly influenced. And let's get on here and spit with the best. You want to prove that you're the best at this stage of the game? Let's go get the best. And let's see. And I just shoved a battery in his back every chance I got and kept poking the band. Yo, this dude might bust your ass, bro. You might want to be careful. What? Who? Let's get what? Oh, you fuck. Competitive.
Yeah.
He just wants to rhyme with who's ever nice. So the next couple of projects we do together, God willing, I've learned how to really poke the bear and get like
Get the best out of him.
that real joint, that real sauce out of him, that real fire.
That's dope.
And he's reacting like he's got that thing. He doesn't want to come in second.
That's dope. What's the release date again?
We got 2 out now. I'll let you know when the next one.
Okay.
The next one's probably going to drop towards the end of the month. But when certain songs catch fire, you give it more life. You don't want to cannibalize it with releasing something else. So right now it's aimed towards like the end of March. We probably drop the 3rd one, and the 3rd one is a big deal for me specifically.
Yeah, talk about that.
I can't. but yeah. I will pull back up when that
please.
One drops,
yeah.
And I want you to be in the room when we play the joint, and you actually hear why this installment is a big deal for yours truly. I A&R'd it, I co-executive produced all of it, but this 3rd installment has something real special on it. From me, courtesy of Bus, and I want the world to kind of catch it at the same time. But I'm talking about it here first. Yeah, that counts for anything.
Yeah, we'll do it, man. This was just the intro session, man. This was just the intro with the family, with the fan base. So there will be many more for sure, man. Definitely appreciate this conversation. So I wanna close with this rapid fire segment, and I think you would be the perfect person to go through this with. So we've had a number of illustrious guests through the industry just champion the KFTV wave. So I want to get I'm going to go through these names, kind of name association, and I want to hear like the first thing that comes to mind when you hear this artist name. These are all artists who have, this is KFTV family, all these artists, man. So I want to get your take on these artists in a name association way. All right, first up, the Rhyme Animal Chuck D.
It takes a nation of millions to hold us back. Legend.
Cormega.
Queen's royalty.
Q-Tip.
The Dr. Dre of the East Coast.
Yeah, that's right, man.
Dr. Dre of the East Coast. If I told you how many people that man is directly responsible for bringing to the game, I'm talking about from Redman to Rod Digger to Meg Thee Stallion, stories you have no idea about. Jay Dilla. If Jay Dilla changed your life a lot, you can give some of that credit to Q-Tip for bringing him to the forefront. That is the Dr. Dre of the East Coast. And Dre will tell you that.
Wow. That's big praise, man. Big praise. Sky Zoo.
Oh, God. Genius. Unadulterated, absolute wordsmith genius. That man does it. And one of the most underappreciated, Pulitzer deserving MCs. Genius. Genius. Genius.
Fat Joe.
Say it again.
Fat Joe.
Original. Cornerstone. MC, graffiti artist from the Bronx, from the soil. Cornerstone.
Lloyd Banks.
Queens beast, man. Queens get the money. Another underrated lyricist. Well, I feel doesn't step out as much as I would like him to. Me personally, I would like to see more from guys like Lloyd Banks, because I think in numbers, guys like him shift the climate and shift the culture and bring us to a place where lyricism is in front the way that it should be, where simple-minded people aren't setting the trends and people with the rewind factor are actually doing that. And that's always been when we're at our best. Shout out to Lloyd Banks.
Wow, there you go, man. Well, listen, man, I definitely appreciate this session. As you said, once you get closer to the reveal of part 3, let me know, man. I want to be in the building for that, man. But again, this is just the intro session between Mr. Mecca and the KFTV family, man. So we definitely want to appreciate you for coming on. We got a $10 super chat here from LD. Shout out to LD. He says, last Knicks chip was May 1973. When hip-hop was invented. August 1973, hip-hop was invented. He said, the entire genre of hip-hop has never seen a Knicks championship. He said, Mecca, we can't be patient. That's LD, man. That's
okay.
LD.
Would you rather us have 2 from 50 years, or would you rather us have none in the 100-year history of the franchise.
Yeah.
Like, pick a team and play, bro. You gotta pick a struggle. I'm not telling you to be happy with not getting chips, but what I'm telling you is there are places out there who have never seen a ring. OKC has never seen a ring. Like, you gotta chill.
Yeah.
I understand. What's your alternative? What would you like me to do?
That's right.
What would you like us to do about this? The guys aren't going out there trying to lose.
It's true.
Got me choking up here. Like, the guys aren't going out there trying to. I understand, but come on, brother. Like,
keep the faith, man. Keep the faith.
Keep the faith. That's it.
Keep the faith, man. Absolutely. Let the people know where they can find you, man.
I'm at Mr. Mech on all platforms. That's YouTube, not so much Facebook, but Instagram, fan base. I'm over there now, which I just got put onto that. X and everything else like that. Busta Rhymes' new project, Dragon Season, Equinox, out now, available everywhere. A&R'd by me, co-executive produced by me, featuring named by me, conceptualized by me. It's a lot of me in this project, so shout out to Viper Records.
Viper Records, yep.
All the good business they doing over there. A lot of stuff to go check out. ViperRecords.com, BustaRhymes.shop.com. One time for my expert opinion. Shout out to Math Hoffa, Gat Taylor, Kemisario, Spinoza, Aaron on the boards, bringing good things to life. And shout out to everybody, man. It's been a great trip. One time for the Knicks Nation, orange and blue skies all day. Nothing else matters. It's us first and them worst. And, Queens get the money.
Let's go. Mr. Mecca in the building. Mecca, I'll catch up with you, man. Thanks again for the time, man.
One time, King. Every time.
Yes, sir. Absolutely, man. Hope you guys enjoyed today's show. Shout out to Mecca once again, man. YouTube, Instagram, Twitter, X, Bleacher Report. Hope you guys enjoyed it, man. Bleacher Report, we will be back on Wednesday for my guys on YouTube and Twitter, X, Facebook, man. Stick around. Obviously, you guys know tonight will be play-by-play, another late one, man. Play-by-play live with CK2K, Knicks versus Kings. And then we will have post-game live. If your boy the Fair guys can stay up. I definitely got to get my old man nap in, so I got to make sure, I'm planning accordingly. Make sure I get my old man nap in and then get to it tonight. That's the thing. The old man nap is critical to stay up late because this might be like a 1 o'clock show. You know what I'm saying? So to everybody in the chat, man. Great shows, man. We've been having great shows. We've been booking a lot of great guests. Wednesday, I got another good guest. Friday, I got to get another good guest. And it's something for everybody. Like, we like the mashups. We have Knicks fans of all walks of life, from all industries, of all, celebrity status, all type of stuff, man. So we're going to keep it rolling. If you guys have people in mind that you want to see on the show, go ahead and throw it in the comment section. Throw it in the chat. Let us know who you guys want to see on here. But this is what we like to do, man. We like to talk to our own. We like to talk about industry highs, lows, lessons learned. I mean, this guy, Mecca, he's a hip-hop encyclopedia, man. Shout out to Zach for the question as well. Yeah, JJ says he loves a variety of guests. Yeah, likewise, man. Likewise. We can always talk Knicks, but I like to talk to the high achievers, man. I like to talk to those people who have, experienced and had success. So that I was very appreciative of the conversation for sure. All right, what else we got here? I got to get to my Underdog stuff here, but I don't know what the hell happened with this screen. TM, I see you in there. TM, I sent you some messages back in the Slack, so just let me know your thoughts there. What's going on with this, man? This thing looks kind of crazy. So to everybody in the chat, man, CB the fan chat say, okay, close that out. All right, let's get to. Let's see here. Let's get to our Underdog picks for tonight, shall we? Let's get to our Underdog picks for tonight. Let's get some money while we stay up late and watch the Knicks. As usual, you can use our code KFTV for up to $1,000 in bonus cash plus a free pick. What are we like in Underdog tonight, man? Knicks at Kings. I'll give you my picks in just a second here while I get my Underdog ad up. Let's close the slideshow. Okay, Underdog Fantasy, man. Use our code KFTV for up to $1,000 in bonus cash plus a free pick. And with the pick'ems, all you're going to do is choose between 2 to 8 players, and you're going to predict whether or not they go higher or lower on a given stat projection that Underdog Fantasy has laid out. You can play NBA, you can play NHL, you got the MLB season coming up. You have a number of sports that you can play. Now, obviously, I play basketball, obviously I play basketball. So let's take a look at this here. JJ says Malik Monk is back. He's about to cook us. So you like Malik Monk. Okay, so let's choose from Knicks versus Kings. You could search on the search bar here. I like Zach LaVine higher than 22.5 points. What do you guys think? I'm going to go Zach LaVine higher than 22.5. What do we think about Towns tonight? Towns is tricky, man. You got no Sabonis playing tonight. Valanciunas will be starting at the 5. I went lower on 40.5 points, rebounds, and assists in the Clipper game, and I hit that. Just the way he's moving, not really as nimble. But this should be a night that he should get some work in and get some points. 2 nights off. What do you guys think, man? Karl Anthony Towns, what are we going to do? His point number is at 26.5. His points, rebounds, and assists is at 42.5. He's got 12.5 rebounds. JJ said Cat should eat. 2.5 3-pointers made. Should I go higher or lower on threes? What do you guys think here? McBride's got 12.5 points, 20.5 points, rebounds, and assists. JJ said Cat is risky. Malik Monk, 16.5 points. I'm going to go higher as well. Yeah, I'm going to go higher on Malik Monk, 16.5 points. He killed the Knicks in their last matchup. And I'm going to go there. But I need to pick some Knicks now. Somebody said Hart over rebounds. Let's look at Hart's rebounding number. 10.5. Let's do it. High on Josh Hart on the rebounding number. TM, you said RJ. Let's look at the Raptors playing tonight. Who the Raptors playing tonight? Wizards at Raptors. TM likes RJ higher than 21.5. All right, let's go with it. Let's go higher than that. And then also, I'd liked, I saw Utah at Boston. I like Jaylen Brown, 28.5. He's hit that number in 2 out of his last 5. They're saying that Jason Tatum might not play tonight. Anybody is Jason Tatum playing tonight? There is no Jason Tatum tonight. Not playing tonight. You know what? I'll go lower and not be greedy. I'll go down. I'll drop it down to 24.5 for Jaylen Brown. So you can slide. They have sliders there. You don't have to take what they give you at the 28.5. I mean, you can go, if you're really feeling it, you can go all the way up to 44.5 to get 11 times your money. I'm not going to go that crazy. But I'll go down. I'll go to 24.5. And I'll go higher there. And then I'm going to put $20 in here. Now, on a $20 play, if you go with the standard payout, you could win $280 on a $20 wager. But I'm going to go flex. I'm not going to get too greedy on them tonight. So on a flex play, if I get all 5 correct, I'll get $140. And if I get 4 out of the 5 correct, I'll get about $50. I'll go flex pay. I'll go with the insurance tonight and play it out that way. So here are my picks for tonight on Underdog. Zach LaVine higher than 22.5 points. Malik Monk higher than 16.5. Josh Hart higher than 10.5 rebounds. RJ Barrett higher than 21.5 Raptors and Wizards. And Jaylen Brown higher than 24.5 Boston hosting the Utah Jazz. All right, so those are my picks for tonight, man. CK2K will be live at 10:30 p.m. Eastern time for play-by-play. And that's that, man. I enjoyed today's show. The next Bleacher Report show will be Wednesday. I got another good guest coming up on Wednesday. So make sure you guys tap in with us. Number 1 show for the fans, by the fans. And yeah, man. All love to the Franchise Channel members. All love to the family. Thomas Donnery, welcome to the Franchise Channel members, man. He just joined. And yeah, there it is, man. Other notes, I wanted to get your guys' feedback. We are dropping an orange KFTV hoodie for the spring. And I've been taking some votes on the design. Go into the community section and check out the different designs that I have there. Let me know what you guys think. Also, we're dropping dad hats, and we got another dope t-shirt coming out for our spring collection. So all of that should be releasing next week. But either way, man, we'll see you guys later, man. I'm going to catch up, get my dad nap on, and I'll see you guys later, man. Peace. Salute to the Replay Gang. Remember that the show's available in audio podcast format.